In 2021, Nintendo made an announcement that completely shocked the world. The impossible was finally possible when a 3D Kirby game was announced during a September 2021 Nintendo Direct. What is up guys, my name is Chase, and this is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This is the very first true 3D Kirby game. Mario made the jump to 3D with Super Mario 64 back in 1998, and now 14 years later, let's do the same thing with Kirby. Since everybody was first anticipating a completely open-world Kirby game, it became a bit of a surprise to see a map screen. The world map actually works pretty similarly to Super Mario 3D World. You fly on top of a star to every different level in each world. While it's not fully exploring some kind of a hub, it's pretty fun to just fly around the map and even find some small hidden secrets. You play through a string of normal 3D levels, all leading up to a big boss to finish off the world. And overall, I felt pretty satisfied with the variety of different levels. You had your typical like Mario type of worlds. You start out with grass, then you go to like a water/beach area. There's an ice world, you know, just your typical stuff. Which, I mean, it would have been really cool to see something completely unique and different, but hey, it works, and I was pretty happy with it. But along with all these different areas that you can explore, there's also Waddle Dee Town. This basically acts as like the main hub of the game, similar to like Peach's Castle in Mario 64 or Delfino Plaza in Super Mario Sunshine. For what it's worth, I thought Waddle Dee Town was actually like really nice. Not only is it just like this cute as heck little place with all these Waddle Dees walking around, but as you get farther and farther into the game, you unlock more in Waddle Dee Town. There's different like mini games that you can play. There's even this little fishing area, which is like the most random and just fun thing ever. I actually really liked the Coliseum, which is like a boss battle mode. You go through all the bosses that you've faced thus far, and if you win, you get a new upgraded ability. Speaking of which, there's a blacksmith in town where you can like upgrade all of your abilities. I don't know if this is a new thing or something, but I thought it was really cool. Being able to upgrade your abilities was like super helpful. It was really cool to see how they take just like a basic copy ability and then just expand it to something totally different. But now, what about the actual game itself? So as I mentioned before, you kind of fly on this overworld map and go into these individual levels. Basically, I feel like the levels in Kirby and the Forgotten Land feel like Super Mario 3D World levels, except expanded way more. You know, with most Mario levels, it's a pretty like straightforward, just start here, get to the end. With Kirby, I feel like there was a lot more places to explore. You know, the levels are a lot longer and, you know, you can see a lot more things. Yeah, I just really liked the variety in all the different levels. And for the most part, every single level is just so fun to explore. I wanted to go look through each nook and cranny that I could find. There's also secrets you can find throughout each level, whether it's finding hidden Waddle Dees to rescue, or even the blueprint to upgrade one of your abilities. Lots of like secret things to explore. They also do the thing where there's some parts in the level where you need a certain copy ability, which can kind of be annoying because it's like, I can't get to this one part of the level just because I don't have the right ability, but also I think it's kind of cool because it basically forces you to try out every different ability. So overall, I thought the levels were great. Just so much fun to explore and look around. The levels are just super like out of the box and just fun. Isn't that what it's all about? But speaking of copy abilities, there are quite a lot of abilities in this game. The ones that stick out to me are probably... I thought the spiky ball one was kind of interesting. Like, it wasn't my go-to one, but I thought it was like an interesting one to use. There's like a shooter ability, which was also not my favorite, but I thought was interesting. You have to actually aim this reticle and shoot. But by about 3/4 into the game, I knew what my go-to copy ability was. It's the fire. If you level up the fire to Dragon Fire, it is just so OP. I could take down basically any boss so easily because you blow the fire and then there's like constant damage being done to the enemy. And then of course we have to talk about mouthful mode. One of the like funniest things I've seen in a video game in a long time. Kirby will basically just swallow these giant objects and become them. It's such a weird thing and I feel so bad because it almost looks painful for Kirby to do this. but every time I become a car or I become a ring, it's just so funny. When I first saw this, it did really remind me of like Cappy in Mario Odyssey, and for the most part it is kind of like the same concept. You swallow a car, you become a car. The one thing I will say about mouthful mode is that I do wish it was utilized more. I mean, don't get me wrong, every time I did it I had so much fun, but I don't know, I wish there was like more things to do in mouthful mode. Now I'm like looking all over my room trying to find different things to be mouthful. And then finally, kind of getting to something a bit sad, let's talk about the price. Currently, Kirby and the Forgotten Land will run you $60 US, you know, a full price for a video game. And I've been seeing a lot of people online talking about how this game is short and like, you know, the amount of money you're paying for the length of the game just isn't right. Like in general, I will say if you are planning on buying Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I would probably wait for a sale. Maybe like $40 to $50 I think would be a nice price for this game. I managed to beat Kirby and the Forgotten Land in about 6 hours, and that was including trying to upgrade all my abilities and trying out all of the mini games and stuff. With that said, there is still a lot of side things that I have not done in Kirby and the Forgotten Land, so I would say 6 hours is the minimum to roll credits, but there is still a lot of other stuff you can do. So yeah, I can see why people have a problem with the length per dollar. For me, I just feel like I enjoyed it so much that I didn't mind the fact that it was a full price video game. So there's that. In conclusion, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is a very, very fun time. For the first ever 3D Kirby game, it felt ridiculously natural. It almost felt like Kirby was made for 3D. The levels, copy abilities, and mouthful mode make this game super lighthearted, fun, and enjoyable. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. If you want to see more of my Nintendo videos, feel free to check them out below. For now, thank you for watching my review of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. My name is Chase, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.